Hello students, today we are going to discuss about symbolic constants and macros. After completion of this lecture, students, you will be able to apply the symbolic constants and macros in a program. So this is our lecture level learning outcome. C processor. This is a simple macro processor that processes whatever program you are writing that will be processed by this compiler. So the program which we write is called as a source program or source text that is processed by this C processor. Before the compiler properly reads the source program, that is, it gives some supporting files so that your program will be processed and it will be understood by the processor. And these supporting files are indicated using hash symbol. So generally we write these hash symbols just before starting the program, that is before writing the main. These files are usually called as header files here. And sometimes we include some text files, but most of the times we use the header files. So we write this statement, that is hash include we write, and which is followed by these two symbols, that is less than greater than symbols, and within the symbols we write the header file name, which are also called as pre-processing statements or pre-processing directives, or we also call them as header files. And sometimes preprocessor can also be used as symbolic constants with the help of hash symbol. So here, instead of using hash include, we can use another word, that is hash define, which will help us to create symbolic constants. See, when we use this hash include, supporting files are used, and when we use hash define, symbolic constants are used. Example, you can see here hash define buffer size 3 to 56. This means wherever you use this term buffer size in your program, that word will be replaced with this particular number. Okay, so you need not type this total word. Whenever you require this word, just you can type this. And similarly, hash define min value. And so whenever you type this word buffer size, it will be replaced by 256. And this also, whenever you type min value in your program, it will be automatically replaced by 32, minus 32. And here, whenever you want to type 3.14159, so this is a bit large number. Instead of typing this total number every time in your program, you can simply type PI. So this will be automatically replaced by this particular value. So here the first term will be replaced by the second term. The hash define array size 10. So whenever you write array size, it will be replaced with 10. And you can see here constant int array size. That means array size, this is a variable to which value 10 is assigned. It is of int type, and you're writing here constant. Constant means you can't change this value of array size 10 to some other value. It is fixed. And similarly, you can also go for another type of data types like int. You can also have double array 1 array size. So instead of declaring array 1 with 10 elements, simply if you write this particular variable, that number will be replaced in place of array size. And okay, so this way we can go on using. And you can see here array size. This is for first statement hash define. So 10 will be replaced over here. If you see the second one, this belongs to the second statement. In C, capital letter variables and small letter variables are different. Okay, even if you change a single letter uppercase to lowercase, the variable will be treated as a different variable by the compiler. Now double array 2, we are taking array size. Now this is what array size is 10. So here this array size equal, this is for second variable. This is not for first variable for which you have assigned value as 10. So this 10 will not be replaced in the place of array size. Why? Because this is a variable. This is not a preprocessor command. This is not started with hash define. So there is no replacement for this second variable. So this is an invalid statement. Here you should give directly 10. So symbolic constants are defined using the symbol as defined. Okay. And they will also allow some macros. Um, like macros in the sense where uh, macros means it is small program, okay, small lines of program where if you use that particular program name, that whatever statements are related to that program will be replaced with that program name. Okay, so example you see, this is some small program. This is not variable. You see here, this is variable. Variable equal to some value. And this is some small program or function. Now it does not have any value. It has some statements only. Any function will have some statements. Okay, so this is like small program. In this, what we are doing, max of x comma y. So this function will be executed, and these are the statements. Okay, so what is the statement? We are using conditional operator here. If x is greater than if x is greater than y, if it is true, after question mark, okay, if the result is true, then the result chosen will be the variable which is after question mark. So that is for true result. If x is not greater than y, you are getting false result, then it will choose a variable after colon. So this is value for y. So this is how this condition operator will work. So if the condition is true, it goes to the variable which is before colon. If the condition is false, it goes to the variable after colon. So this is how it works. So you can use this. See, we have two variables, a equal to 4, b equal to -7. Okay, and c. And here c equal to max of a comma b. Now this function will be replaced by these statements. So what do we have? X, sorry, a greater than b or not. So is 4 greater than -7? Yes, it is true. So that means that for true, it will go to the variable which is before colon, that is a. So it will display value as a. Okay, that is 4. Similarly, square root function. You see here, square root of wherever this function is set, that will be replaced by these lines of statement, that is x into x. So these are macros. Macros does not have values. They will have only statements for replacement. If they have values, they are called as uh, directives or symbolic constants. See here we are having a variable int a equal to 7, b equal to square root of a plus 1. So what happens when you write in this manner? X is what now? X is a and plus 1 you are writing. So it is 7 plus 1. You are trying to calculate 7 plus 1. So what happens here? In place of x, you will get here 7 plus 1 into 7 plus 1. So 7 plus 1 into 7 plus 1, that is 15. So this is not actually the correct answer. 7 plus 1 is 8. So square root of 8 is 8 into 8, that is 64. So what is the error we have done here is, I should, when I am adding 7 plus 1, it should be converted to 8. It should not be taken as 7 plus 1 as input. So for that, add one more brace. Okay, that means whatever is there in the outer brace, that is total x. So now it becomes 7 plus 1, 8. Now 8 will be taken as x here, which is relevant to this. So here we get 8 into 8 equal to 64. And second type of variable is volatile variable. So this is opposite of the constant variables. In constant, when you attach some value, if I see here, if I type constant int a equal to 10, it will be 10 only. You can't change the value of a. But if I write volatile int a equal to 10, you can change the value of a at any time. You can change a to 11, 12 or anything. And how can you define a volatile variable? Either you can write in this manner, volatile int a or int volatile a. This we use to change the value of a whenever we require. So volatile specifies a variable whose value may be changed by the process outside the current program. So constant is used whenever you want to fix any variable, and volatile variables are changeable. So let us see a small query. So pick the correct statement of constant and volatile. Constants is opposite of volatile and vice versa. constant and volatile can't be used for structure and union. They can't be used for enum. They can't be used for type def, and they are independent. That is both possibly that a variable is defined as both constant and volatile. Take a time and try to guess the answer, students. So answer is C. Both are independent. Both work in their own way. Constant is the variable is constant throughout the program, and variable is it can be changed at any time. You can declare a variable by either constant or variable or both. So you can declare both as constant and variable. So we can also declare a variable like constant volatile. That means we are telling the program not to change it. Okay, so the user is not going to change, but the compiler, okay, the processor which is handling this can change the variable from the help of outside program. So lecture outcome, students, having completed the discussion of symbolic constants and macros, you will be able to apply symbolic constants and macros in a program. If you're able to answer the query, okay, correctly, you can go to the next slide again, or otherwise go through the video once again. This is the lecture level question. Differentiate symbolic constant and macros with an example for each. Thank you.